On a typical day, Mallory and her crew embark on their journey with enthusiasm, buoyed by the crisp Newfoundland weather. Their excitement serves as a vital source of alertness amidst the myriad hazards of the sea, including unpredictable weather patterns and encounters with wildlife. While their primary catch consists of fish and crabs, their expeditions often yield unexpected treasures from the depths of the frigid northern waters. As they haul in pounds of fish daily, it's customary for one crew member to prepare meals from the day's catch, while others tend to their respective duties on board. During a routine outing, Mallory takes on the role of lookout while her fellow crew member prepares the freshly caught fish for consumption or shipment, a familiar routine in their maritime adventures. Having worked on the sea for a considerable time, Mallory was acutely aware of the perils that lurked in the open waters, including the presence of massive icebergs. The infamous sinking of the Titanic serves as a stark reminder that even seemingly distant icebergs pose a significant threat to vessels of any size. Icebergs are a common sight off the coast of Labrador, and as the region's waters warm up, sightings of these frozen behemoths are becoming more frequent. Large chunks of Arctic ice are drifting southward earlier in the season than before. Despite the increased presence of icebergs, Mallory and her crew maintained their course, remaining vigilant to the icy hazards surrounding them. In such perilous situations, the crew requires all hands on deck to ensure their safety and steer clear of the glacial giants. The icy waters are home to various animals like seals, penguins, and polar bears. While encountering these creatures is not uncommon during their trips, Mallory and her crew usually enjoy observing them from a distance without any confrontations. However, what they were about to witness on this particular day would defy this norm. While out fishing for crabs, the crew spotted something out of the ordinary on a large, rapidly shrinking chunk of ice, an unusual animal that piqued their curiosity. From a distance, the fishermen initially mistook the creature for an Arctic seal, lounging lazily on a floating iceberg that had nearly melted away. However, as they drew closer, their concern grew. It was evident that this was no seal. The animal was small, furry, and appeared to be frightened, and with good reason, as the iceberg supporting it was rapidly disintegrating. The crew, too, felt a sense of unease, unsure of how the creature would react to their presence. As their boat approached, the fishermen soon realized that the animal in distress was a tiny Arctic fox, stranded in the middle of the sea. It was clear that the fox had strayed far from shore and had no means of swimming back if it were to fall into the frigid waters. The team speculated that the fox might have been hunting when it became trapped on the iceberg, separated from land by a glacier's crevice. As the iceberg drifted farther out to sea, the fox had no choice but to remain aboard, facing hunger and cold. The fishermen knew they had to act quickly to save the starving and shivering animal. They carefully rescued the fox, offering it a warm bed filled with sawdust on their boat. Though initially wary of the humans, the fox eventually calmed down with gentle persuasion. On a fishing boat, suitable food for an Arctic fox is scarce. However, recognizing the fox's desperate need for sustenance, the crew fed it Vienna sausages, the only somewhat suitable meaty snack they had available. After a well-deserved rest, the fox appeared to be in better spirits, shedding its bedraggled appearance for a healthier look. Its black skin, akin to that of a polar bear, efficiently trapped heat, while its white fur provided camouflage in snowy terrain, a perfect adaptation to its harsh environment. Gradually, the fox grew more comfortable around the fishermen, realizing they posed no threat. Nevertheless, it remained cautious. Unbeknownst to the fox, its rescuers had a plan to relocate it to a safer environment, far from the dangers of drifting icebergs. The fishermen found a suitable new home for the fox, a weathered old doghouse situated on a desolate hill overlooking the sea. This spot was ideal, providing the fox with a safe distance from human activity. The fox seemed to appreciate its new abode, exploring the confines of the tiny hut. It appeared more adventurous now than when it was stranded on the iceberg, venturing out to explore its snowy surroundings. While the area would be lush and green in warmer months, it would be blanketed in thick snow during winter, a perfect habitat for the fox. Though it couldn't return to its original home, considering its previous icy misadventure, this new environment promised a safer, more stable life for the little fox. Eager to explore its new surroundings, the fox swiftly ascended a rocky outcrop, its rescuers observing from a distance, capturing the fox's initial moments of freedom on film. Sensing the presence of others, the fox turned back, locking eyes with its human companions. Instead of returning to them for more sausages, the fox ran further away, a positive sign that it hadn't become overly reliant on humans after its ordeal. This independence bodes well for its future health and safety. Unfortunately, animals like this fox are increasingly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, with rising sea temperatures hastening the deterioration of polar ice. This fox, however, was fortunate to find safety in its new home, disappearing into the thick grass. Yet, not all Arctic animals will be as fortunate in the face of these environmental challenges. While people like Mallory Harrigan and her friends may rescue more animals in danger, they can't save them all. The plight of this fox serves as a poignant reminder of the urgent need for action to protect and preserve the fragile ecosystems of the Arctic.